So students, as you know, last week we understand about the different things in language of chemistry. Okay, what are the chemical formula, their names, elements name, etc. Okay, how to write them. Today we are discussing about a main thing in which many students are doing mistakes. Okay, is that balanced chemical equation. Okay, so what do you mean by that balanced chemical equation? As you see, the number of atoms of each element on the left hand side, reactants of an equation, is always equal to the number of atoms of each element on the right hand side. Okay, such type of an equation is called balanced chemical equation. So it means, okay, if you write a equation, a simple equation Na plus Cl, okay, so it forms NaCl. So what it means? It means these numbers of left hand side means these are called reactants. I hope you understand it, and they are called products. Okay, so the product of Na and Cl is it forms the sodium chloride. Okay, so left hand side one is reactants and right hand side is products. So when their number are equal, you can see in this example both have one number, one Na and one Cl. So it forms the one compound NaCl. Okay, so now we understand that how we can balance a chemical equation. Okay, so balancing a chemical equation. In order to balance a chemical equation, it is essential to know the reactants taking part in the chemical reaction. Okay, reactants means left hand side one. Okay, and the products formed as a result of reaction. Okay, the products which will be in right hand side. It becomes more convenient if the equation is written in the form of equations. Okay, so we are writing these equations. Okay, these chemical equation in the form of a chemical equation. So first method what we can use, it is the hit and trial method. Okay, it is very common method. If you say yes, first method we are going to discuss now, hit and trial method, in which a chemical equation is balanced by hit and trial method. Okay, as the name says, it is a hit and trial process. So chemical equation are balanced by assigning suitable coefficient to the molecules wherever necessary. Okay, this method will be clear from the following example. Okay, so you can see one example here, KOH plus HCl. Okay, in which you can see it forms the KCl plus H2O. Okay, now so what you have to do, okay, in this example, first example, you have to write their name. Okay, element, number of an atom. Okay, so if you see, for one element is hydrogen. Okay, its molecule on reactant side LHS. If you say left hand side, you have to count 1, 2. Okay, so you write here 2. Then in KCl, okay, in KCl plus H2O, these are the product side. Okay, with right hand side, there also if you see hydrogen number, okay, is 2, H2 whenever this like written H2 means it means 2. If it is in N2, it means 2 molecules of N. Okay, so you will see here 2. Then K, then you have to understand about potassium 1. In reactant side, first you have to see only 1 here, so we written here 1. And see here product side also only 1. Okay, so it is 1. Then for Cl, it's you can see chlorine. Okay, chlorine is here only 1, and here also 1, so we write here. And oxygen also 1, and here also 1 oxygen. Okay, so like this we have to return. Okay, first write the element name. Okay, then the number of atoms in the reactant side and the product side. So thus this is a balance equation. Okay, it is by itself a balance equation. Second example, if you take, okay, in this MgOH whole twice plus HCl plus MgCl2 plus H2O, this equation is given to us, we have to balance it. Okay, how can we do it? First we have to write here elements name. Okay, then number of atoms on, okay, the number of atoms on the element reactant side. For C, for magnesium, magnesium has one only. Okay, and left hand side also one. Then hydrogen if you see, okay, in reactant side, left hand side, one two hydrogen is here in OH whole twice and one is here, so total is three. Okay, so you can see three reactant and two here. If you see S2, in S2 two atoms of hydrogen here, so we write here two. Okay, I hope till here you understand well. Then what you have to see, chlorine, about chlorine. Okay, if you see chlorine, it's one is here and two is here. One chlorine and two chlorine is here. Mg in MgCl2. Then oxygen also two. Okay, whenever, I hope you understand this, it means OH whole twice means, okay, whole twice means both have the two atoms. Okay, oxygen also two. So we write here two, and in here only one is two, so write in here. This is our first step. Okay, now to balance, as you see here, the number of chlorine molecules are not balanced. Okay, here is one and here two, and hydrogen also not balanced. Here one, here three, here two, so we have two, and oxygen also not balanced. Okay, so first we balance the chlorine here. If you see, to balance chlorine, put the coefficient, okay, coefficient 2 before HCl on reactant side. Okay, LHS. So first we do to balance chlorine. As you know that on left hand side only one, so we have to put 2 here. Okay, so it means it becomes 2 HCl. Okay, here when we put the 2 here, 2 HCl MgCl2, and rest the equation will be remain same. Now in step third, now we have to balance the oxygen. Okay, to balance oxygen, put the coefficient 2 before H2O on product side. Okay, so if you see MgOH whole twice plus 2 HCl. Okay, so we have MgCl2 plus 2 H2O here. We have to put on right hand side 2 here. Okay, 2 put here. Then in last step, check the number of atoms. Okay, of hydrogen, it gets automatically balanced. Thus the above equation is get balanced. Okay, so this is the equation is given to us. You can write on your notebook also. Okay, MgO for practice. Then it is our balance equation. Okay, so I hope you understand this hit and trial method. Okay, after hit and trial method, now we have to understand about the partial equation method. Okay, as you know that although hit and trial method is very useful in balancing of the equation, yet this method is very time consuming. Okay, often we are using this method, but it is very time consuming if we think about the exam time. Okay, so however the balancing can be done more easily by partial equation method. Okay, as the name says, partial equation we have to write here. Okay, on a half method. Okay, we have to divide this equation in two parts. So first we take the example for balancing of equation by partial method is, first one is first sulfuric acid. Okay, this is one example when carbon oxidation of carbon, okay, to form carbon dioxide by concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, this is the equation which we have to understand. So first what we do, first sulfuric acid decompose to give water, sulfur dioxide and nascent oxygen. This is the equation first. Okay, in first equation it get decomposed. Okay, H2SO4 decompose into water, sulfur dioxide and nascent oxygen. Okay, so that's why we written it as a equation first. Now in B part, carbon get oxidized to carbon dioxide by nascent oxygen. So if you see C plus 2O, it forms the CO2. Okay, get oxidized means carbon get oxidized means one oxygen is added to him. Okay, in it. Okay, C plus 2O. Okay, two nascent oxygen will be combined with one atom of carbon, so it forms the CO2. So we written it as a equation second. Now see carefully. Okay, in one part you can see carefully these two equation first and second. Okay, now what you have to balance here, to balance oxygen, you can see here. Okay, if you see both equation, you have to balance oxygen here. Okay, so to balance oxygen, multiply equation by 2 and then add both the equation. Okay, we have to multiply the equation first. by 2. Okay, because 2 oxygen is extra here. So if you see 2s2so4, whenever we write, whenever we have to multiply an equation, whole equation will be get multiplied. Okay, so 2s2so4, 2s2o, 2so2, understand it. Okay, actually what happened here, then 2o. Okay, then you have to write here the second equation as it is. Now we have to add both. So what we can write, C plus 2s2so4, 2s2o plus 2so2 plus CO2. Okay, as you know that these get be cancelled here. So this is the method. Okay, this is the partial method in which we can balance an equation. Okay, we take another example so you can clear your doubt. Oxidation of halogen acid to halogen by ozone. Okay, so if you see, ozone decomposes to give nascent oxygen. Okay, in first step, you see, ozone decomposes to give one nascent oxygen. This nascent oxygen. Okay, then this is the first step you can write here. This is the first step, and say in second equation, this is the first equation, and in second equation, HCl, halogen acid, get oxidized to give Cl2 halogen chlorine by nascent oxygen. Okay, in second step, halogen acid, okay, HCl get oxidized. HCl get oxidized means it get one oxygen, so it forms the water and it forms the Cl2. Okay, one Cl2 molecule will be given by it. Okay, then we have to add the second equation. Okay, now we can add the both equation. Okay, because here no need to balance, because only one nascent oxygen is here, they will be cut down. If you see here this equation, carefully see, O3 O2 plus oxygen we have to written, then 2HCl plus O, these two get cancelled, then 2HCl plus O3 plus O2 plus H2O plus Cl2. So this is our balanced equation. Okay, I hope you will understand it here. That's how our equation get balanced. Okay, now one thing has been come in our mind, that why we uh, balance these chemical equation. Okay, or information conveyed by a balanced chemical equation. Okay, so first is, a balanced chemical equation conveys the following information. First is, it tells about the reactants taking part in chemical reaction. Okay, first it tells about the reactants which are taking part in that chemical reaction. Second, it tells about the product formed in the chemical reaction. Third, it tells the number of atoms of each element participating in reaction. Okay, you can take the example of this equation also by saying, okay, so it tells the number of atoms, each number, 1, 2, 2 hydrogen atom here, 2 chlorine, 3 oxygen, like that. Okay, then fourth one, it tells the number of molecules of different substances taking part in the chemical reaction. Okay, it tells the number of molecules of different substances taking part in the chemical reaction. So number of molecules also it tells. Then it tells about the volume of gaseous reactants and products. Okay, volume also tells by our chemical equation. So let's see one example here. Okay, in given N2 plus 3H2, it forms the 2NH3. Okay, this is the reaction of making ammonia, okay, with the help of nitrogen. In this you can see, this is the 1 volume of nitrogen is here, 3 volume of hydrogen here, and it forms the 2 volume of ammonia. Okay, 1 volume of nitrogen when combines with 3 volume of hydrogen, 2 volume of ammonia is formed. Okay, then sixth example is, it tells about the masses of reactants and products involved during the reaction. Okay, so chemical equation also tells us about the masses of the reactant and product. Okay, Mg plus H2SO4, it forms the MgSO4 plus H2. You can see in magnesium is 24 gram here, and H2SO4 is 98 gram. Okay, you are know that how to get these masses. Okay, and this is very easy, and we tell in the last classes also, MgSO4 plus H2. So the masses of the 120 gram of MgSO4. So what we can say, that 20 gram of magnesium reacts with 98 gram of H2SO4 to form 120 gram of MgSO4. Okay, magnesium sulfate and 2 gram of hydrogen. Okay, so these are the, you can say that uh, information are given by the balanced chemical equation. Then when we talk about the information or uh, there are some limitations also. So first is, a balanced chemical equation does not tell whether the reaction is fast or slow. Okay, the first and foremost thing is, it is not tells us about the rate of reaction. Does not tell about the rate of reaction. Okay, if we see in the term of chemistry. Then second, a balanced equation does not give any idea about the conditions. Okay, it does not give any idea about the condition, that is pressure, temperature and concentration. Okay, pressure, temperature and concentration is not given any idea about the condition. Okay, and third, a balance equation does not tell us about the physical state of reactant and does not even tell that whether the reaction get completed or not. Okay, it does not tells us about the physical state. Okay, whether it's in a state liquid, when it is a state of other state. Okay, in gaseous state, so reactant does not tell, and whatever reaction get completed or not. Okay, we are not understanding it. It is just reaction, it can be continued or can be completed, but we are not understand by it. Then it does not give any indication regarding evolution of heat or absorption of heat. Okay, it does not give us any information about the evolution, or you can say that absorption of heat. Okay, whether the heat is absorbed or evolved. Okay, we can just write it in the form of manner, but it not completely tells us. Okay, so this is all about the equation. Okay, balancing a chemical equation. First method we have learned hit and trial method. Okay, second method partial equation method and its information given by the balance equation and its limitations also.
So now we will meet in the next class. Thank you.